or I've been asked to go over the top 3 mistakes I see new technicians make. Number 1 I see is them not reviewing the service information before doing their job. So for instance, let's say you got a Mercedes, you got to do a water pump on it. The best thing to do is go through the service information, see if there's any one-time use bolts or hoses that you need to replace during that job. So you can go to the service advisor or parts guy and say, hey, I need this, this, and that. Instead of going through the job, then you're like, oh crap, I don't have this hose or this O-ring or this bolt. You go into the parts guy or advisor, like, hey, I need this. They're like, well, it's 2 days out. So then the job's sitting there. So that's a mistake I see often, is they don't get all the information before doing the job. If it's one thing, if you know the job, you've done it, you don't have to worry about it. But if you've never done something, it's a good idea to go over the service information, or at least ask a coworker, if I'm missing something. So that's number 1. That's the first one. Number 2 is they're in a hurry and they're trying to impress. Sometimes they need to slow down because they like to overlook stuff. They'll forget the connector or a hose, or they don't use a torque wrench and they snap a bolt, or they don't realize you have to slow down on some of these rusty bolts. You got to work them back and forth, heat them and all that, and they just hit it with their gun and they snap it. So that being in a hurry is a very common trait I see for the new guys. They're trying to impress, trying to say, hey, look what I can do. But sometimes slowing down, as you gain experience, you gain speed. That's probably the better way to take approach if you're a new technician. So number 3 is not trying to gain knowledge so you can further your career. Some of the guys, they're just so in tune to what's in the bay. Say you're doing brakes and you're doing alignments, oil change, and tires, but you're trying to progress into like a C-Tech, where you can do a little more like engine mounts, valve covers, timing covers, oil pans, stuff like that. Well, you got to invest in yourself to learn. Either watch YouTube videos, go to training events, but investing in yourself, building your skill is one thing I see young technicians not able to do. So invest in yourself. To the next one, see ya.